It's Gucci everybody, it's AJ here, and in this video I want to show you guys how to generate an SSH key value pair to be able to log on to any server you might want to without copying your password. So for instance here, my school provides a server called our login that I can get onto to run my C programs or just play around with and do homework on. And if I try to SSH onto there, which is connect with their server or gain access with their server in my terminal, I always have to enter in my password, which is kind of annoying. And so see, I just entered my password and now I'm on their login, and I'm going to exit out right now, get back to my terminal. And so what we're going to do is we're going to generate an SSH key. And what we're doing here is essentially we're going to be creating two things. We're going to be creating a private key and a public key. And what we're going to do is the public key is going to be stored on the server, and the private key is going to be stored on our computer. And optionally, we can protect our private key with a password. And instead of typing in our password, what now we're going to set up our servers to do, our server and our client computer, our computer, is that when these computers connect, they see that, oh, the server has the public key and I have the private key, and those match up and see that they have a valid match and that this server has validated that this user can connect with this computer. And so we're going to figure out how to do that. And so that way, since you have those two keys now, you don't need to use your password. And also, this uses something called the RSA algorithm. It's a huge breakthrough in cryptography. It's been around for a while. It's how if websites encrypt your information, they probably use RSA. I just say that sparingly. And so we're going to create those, and that is what the private public key algorithm does. And so now, without further ado, let's learn how to do that. So I'm at my terminal. I'm on my client computer, not my server. And we're going to generate a key value pair. So I'm going to do SSH keygen, give it the T switch, and give it the RSA switch. And no option right there. And then so it says enter file in which to save the key. And it's going to give me by default in my .ssh file. That's okay. You can save it somewhere else. I'm just going to press enter. And then my SSH already exists, so I'm going to overwrite it because I didn't want to completely delete it just for you guys. And now I can enter a passphrase for my private key if I want to protect it more. The public key private key interface is actually more secure than having a password, because a password can be attacked by a brute force attack, and a private public key can really not be, because the private and public keys are much longer, much more complicated, because the computer is maintaining them and you don't have to memorize them because it's not a password you need to know. So I'm going to make my password nothing, so I'm just going to press enter, and then I'm going to press enter again. And as you can see here, this whole kind of thing was generated here. It says your random mart image is this, and it's generating the key right there. And now I'm going to clear that screen and be back up here. And now what I want to do is, so I've generated my private key and my public key right there. And so now I need to copy my public key onto the server that I don't want to have problems with anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to SSH copy ID. So I'm going to copy my ID onto my server. So I'm going to do ajn.arglen, and you probably don't want to be doing what I'm doing right here. Hopefully not trying to hack me. And so right here for the aj.r login, you want to do your server, whatever you want. And so I'm going to press enter, and then it's going to say I installed all these things, and then this is going to be the last time I have to type in my password, because I need to confirm with them that indeed I am the one copying this. And now it's trying to log in the machine, and it says, and make sure to check that the only keys you wanted were added. So now hopefully everything is done. So now I'm going to try what I tried in the beginning by pressing up, and I'm going to try to SSH onto our login from my computer. And there you go. It didn't even prompt me for a password. It just let me in. I can ls, and I can see, all the homeworks I've done, all the homework assignments I've done on our login. And so that's pretty cool. And now what I'll show you guys in the next video is, I'll have a link in the description or a little box, is that I will show you guys, instead of typing in that complicated SSH thing, I am going to, I need to exit back here. Instead of this complicated command, I'm going to show you guys how to make an alias, which is an easy way to remember commands or string a huge command into one big command. And I'll see you guys later. And note, this will work with Mac and Linux, but on Windows you may have to do something special like PuTTY because the terminal isn't the same. See you guys later, and thanks for watching.